Today I can see many of you having the consciousness of balance, of what it is to be in balance. Human bodies were created perfect, without any kind of deficiency or disease. So why did your bodies get sick? Why so many problems? Well, the good teacher would say, let's start from the beginning, and now I will explain in another way. Because that may help you understand what I want to teach you. I know you talk about a reset, and that much will tumble down, and in a way it is true. But the good teacher does not punish. Oh no. That is never necessary, because the good teacher always knows that life itself is hard enough for the pupil. The pupil will meet a resistance there, and that is enough. There is a lot of talk now about that the truth will be revealed, and that is also true, and much is because truth cannot be stopped. The truth will come out in the end, and that is the new beginning. I listen with my ears and I find that many are afraid of the new, the beginning, and that it will not be a clean start. But rather a hijacked start where multi-billionaires are taking everything from people that are not going to own anything. Balance is a set of all organs, cells working in harmony, in the same rhythm, with the same purpose. What takes away, what alters or breaks this balance, this harmony? Mainly the feelings. Feelings of high vibration such as joy, love, harmony, happiness, friendship, and many others that bring joy to the heart are energies of very high vibration. When you emanate one of these feelings, any of them, an aura of positive energies is created around you. They attract everything positive that is in the universe, that is around you. And your cells, your organs receive this high energy, and it is as if they receive a lubrication and work with more strength, with more joy, keeping your body with more balance if this is possible. And this aura of positive energy keeps diseases away, because nothing negative can manifest in an elevated cell, in a joyful cell, in a happy cell, nothing. What are diseases? They are the imbalances in your cells. They lose the power to fight. They lose the power to stay active. They lose the power to not allow themselves to be invaded. They become slave cells to that negative process that is coming, be it internal or external. But how does this imbalance get installed? So let's talk about low vibration feelings. Anger, resentment, hurt, hatred, sadness, disillusionment, dislove, fear. Especially fear. All these feelings cause what? They are feelings of very low vibration, and they alter your cells because they start to vibrate slowly. They start to vibrate without strength, without courage, without joy, and they let themselves be carried away by anything, opening the door for any imbalance to enter. Yes, it is fear. This is a fear-based prophecy of the future, and do you want to make it happen? So I say skip it. Skip this fear and go for happiness instead. What do you dream about? What is a happy dream for you where you see into the future? You create with your feelings. So if you read all what is written, all the prophecies that are negative and based on fear, and you believe in them, what do you create then? Please watch your mind, how you think, and what you feel. Those that are in control of Earth right now, they play out their last cards, but they use a technique that actually is based on you. They make you scared. They make you feel fear, and they feed you with scenarios of many different kinds because they can. And they are so lazy that they make you their puppet so you will create their win. So dear beloved, please don't go for it. Don't swallow the bait. Programming of your mind starts with all the technology that you have now in your homes and in your very hands. Turn it off, really off. You can unplug it too. Understand that everything you go through today is due to the external environment, the fostering of all those feelings, especially fear. You were created and live based on fear. Fear imposed by religions, fear imposed by violence, fear imposed by other human beings. Always fear, always bringing imbalance. The most important thing in this whole process is your consciousness, your way of thinking, acting, and seeing the world. Those who are ill, but who manage to overcome all those negative feelings that come with the illness. Sometimes even get cured because they have managed to reverse that picture. Others go beyond the body's own limit. It is as if you have spent a lifetime vibrating low, hurting your cells, your bodies, and suddenly you wake up. Starting today, I am going to vibrate high. But how long have? You've been vibrating low. It won't be with 1 day, 2 days, 3 days that you will fix everything. It would be necessary for you to reincarnate several times, because the power of destruction of these feelings is immense, much greater than that of positive feelings. Because the cellular memory starts producing sick cells, not healthy cells anymore, and in order for you to reverse the picture of these cells, it would take a lot of will, a lot of focus, for you to be able to change the whole programming of your cells. Use it as little as you possibly can, and only for really good causes. This is actually the beginning of a new era, when you decide to turn things off that does not do any good to you or your family or friends. This is the beginning, when you are in control. From the beginning does not mean going back to live in caves. It does not mean what you actually think and have read about. It means that you are awake. And in the very beginning, people were awake because they had no wireless. Microwave beaming radiation coming from telephones, computers, routers, and masts and more. They had to deal with life, which is hard enough, but they had each other. They talk to each other. How much do you talk to each other when you look at a movie or sit by your computer? Just think about it. Use the technique for really good things, and then it is up to you to turn it off and start talking to your family and friends instead. Do something like picking up an old hobby that you used to love, or do something new that you love. You are your own creator. You create what you love. If you choose that, do you choose love? Or do you choose fear? This is very important questions that you have to ask yourself daily. I would love to see that you choose love, because it is the only way forward into the higher realms that you can coexist in. It is a hard life anyway without the advanced techniques. You have to stay warm in the winter, get food, find a shelter to live in, a home. And we want all of you to have a nice warm home, a good bed and food to eat. We want all to be safe and warm. I'm not saying that it is impossible, but it is a long and difficult process. That is why many of you are treating yourselves holistically, balancing yourselves, changing the way you think and live. But the healing is not coming. The cure is still far away. Your bodies are still suffering. It's not a quick process. It's not instantaneous. It takes a lot of struggle, a lot of treatment, and a lot of focus so that effectively your cells change and start vibrating harmony and balance. The question then is, so is it worth my while to try or not? I would say it is always worth it, because in this attempt to balance your cells, you are generating a new journey. You are learning to be aware of what it is to be a balanced, positive body and human being. So it's always worth it, and be assured, it always changes something. You may not achieve that longed-for healing, but you may notice that something improves, that you are already able to maintain balance more. So don't give up. This is the way. Never give up. And depending on the focus, the constancy, the attempts, the belief that it is possible, you may not even feel anything anymore, because the balance will be so great that even if your cells still multiply wrongly, the positive energy force already starts to compress them, and the pain, the suffering, is barely perceptible anymore because you are reaching the balance. We say prayers all day and all night for you, and we are many. But we reach better to those that are not sitting by a computer all the time or with a phone in hand. And how does this work? Well, when you use these techniques and sit close to phones, to tablets, computers and routers, you get unearthed. It is like you are flying around, and we have a bigger problem in reaching you. The new technique is making you unplugged to God, to Jesus, to the angels, to your guides. This is not a good technique at all. You need to be grounded, earthed to be in a good contact with us, and your modern techniques lay out a big hinders for you. And you need to drink much more water because you get more easily dehydrated with it too. Water is so important. Water is you. Water is the communication hub in you. So please, you are the new beginning, and we need you. Ground yourself every day. Use the techniques to a minimum and only to good things.